Hey guys, in today's video we are diving into maybe a little bit of a sensitive topic that a lot of expats overlook, and that is dating single moms in the Philippines. I've lived here for almost 9 years and I've seen this pattern repeat itself over and over, and including myself. And it's almost impossible not to date a single mom in the Philippines because there is a very high rate of single moms in the Philippines. Now, I'm not here to judge, I'm just here to give you the raw truth, so you can make the best decision for your life. So stick around for today's topic. All right, so number one, why do many foreigners date single moms? I mean, let's be honest, many single moms in the Philippines are incredibly sweet and beautiful, kind-hearted, nurturing, and it's amazing how Filipinas in the Philippines can have 1, 2, 3 kids and just bounce back like you wouldn't even know they ever had a kid. It's just the most amazing thing that I see. Really, just all over Asia, it's amazing how they can just bounce back. In the West, it's a little bit tougher. You kind of see when they've had some kids, you already kind of know. You know, and a lot of them have been through tough times, and emotionally they're very mature. And because family is such a strong cultural value here, a lot of these women are just ready for serious relationships. And some foreigners find this very appealing, especially compared to dating in the West, where the priorities and expectations can feel very, very different. And I think a lot of guys just feel like heroes, thinking, oh, she's a good mom, she just needs a second chance. But what starts off as a feel-good connection can quickly become complicated, and I'm going to get a little bit more into that and why it becomes complicated. So, the reality check. Here's where the problem starts. You're not just dating her. You're entering her life that she's already built around somebody else, and that's her child or children. That means your time, your money, and emotional energy, it's going to have to be shared. You can't go into it just thinking it's just going to be you, everything's going to be centered around you. That's just not the case. And there's often an unspoken financial expectation. Even if she never asks, you're going to feel that pressure. Even if she never asks, you're going to feel that pressure eventually. Helping with school costs, food, even family emergencies. I mean, what are you going to do? If your child gets sick, you're just going to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't help. Then, of course, there's the biological father. He might still be in the picture, legally, or even emotionally, and you might just end up caught in the middle. And also, a child is always going to be the priority. You come in second, and that's just the way it is. And that's probably how it should be, right? But most guys don't really realize just how dynamic that can be. So, foreigner regrets in stories. I've met guys who tell me I had no idea what I was getting into. One guy paid for the kids' education, helped raise, paid for the education, and found out that the mom was still messaging and seeing the ex on the side. Another guy I met was supporting 2 of her kids, her 2 kids, who weren't even hers. They were actually just nieces of hers. But they lived with her and she helped raise them, and he basically felt trapped. So now he's paying for kids that aren't even hers. Now, I'm not saying this happens in every case, but it happens a lot more than guys think. And a lot of single moms, honestly, are just not looking for love. They're looking for stability. And sometimes you are just a shortcut to a better life. So I do want to also talk about when it can work. So let's be fair about this. I want to present both sides of the argument here. Some of these relationships do work. I've met couples who genuinely love each other. The key difference is the woman is independent. The man is usually fully ready to be a father figure. And expectations are clearly communicated from day one. It can work if you're both honest about what you want in the relationship. Honesty. But if you're not ready to raise somebody else's kids, and a lot of us aren't, or deal with just the emotional complexity, then it really is okay just to say no. So my advice to foreigners, what would it be? If you're new here, don't rush into anything. Spend time getting to know her in her situation, really kind of figure things out much more than if you were to enter into a relationship with a girl who has no children. And look at her actions much, much more than her words. Is she looking for a partner, or is she just looking for a provider? Which is unfortunately often the case. And also, don't feel guilty about wanting a child-free relationship. There still are plenty of Filipinas out there with no kids who are sincere and looking for a lot of the same things that you are. In fact, more and more I'm actually meeting Filipinas that really have no interest in kids. It's kind of a new thing coming about with the younger Filipinas, so don't feel like you have to date a single mom. You certainly don't. And the thing is most foreigners have already had kids. We're coming over here at an older age, even possibly a little bit younger, but most have had kids and they've already raised their kids and they just don't want to deal with it anymore. It's just something that they've been through and done in their life and they don't want to do it again, especially someone else's kids that really you may have no say in the matter of how they're raised, not able to discipline, and if the biological father's in the picture, you might just be looked at as a provider financially and not really a father figure per se. So guys, that's my honest take on it. If you've dated a single mom in the Philippines or you're currently in a relationship with a single mom, drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'd also love to hear your perspective on the whole matter. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications on real talk on expat life and dating here in the Philippines. I appreciate you guys watching. Really curious to see how a lot of you feel about it. Most of you, I would say the majority of people really don't want to go into a relationship with a single mom, and I get it. Now, some guys actually come over here looking for it. Maybe they never had kids, and they figure maybe they can't have kids anymore. And maybe a single mom who obviously has 1 or 2 kids, and maybe the father's not in the picture. The kids are young enough that maybe he can step into that father figure role. Then maybe that's a good thing for him. But for a lot of us, I'm going to guess that I'm going to see in the comments that most of you probably aren't looking for that. And again, that's okay. You know, not everybody wants that. And single moms should also understand that as well. So I appreciate you guys watching again. Check out my website, Geo in the Philippines, for a ton more information. And I will see everyone in the next video. Ciao.
Through the screen, you set me free. Every